good? Yeah. For the last 10 years, America's been at war. We've been at the war on terror. Everybody's heard of it. We all know about it. Recently, we actually defeated terror. As crazy as that sounds, there's no more terror. Don't be scared no more. I would imagine, though, if you ask some of the soldiers who are still deployed in Iraq or Afghanistan, they might tell you things are a little different. There's still people shooting at them. They still feel like they're at war. Still at war with terror, I would imagine, considering we call them terrorists. During Vietnam, America got its first taste of truly media coverage in the war. We actually got to see what war was like. Now, due to several reasons, political or even security reasons, media only gets part of the story. Now, ever since Vietnam, they've also showed every major conflict. I mean, there was people in Panama, there was people in Bosnia, Somalia, Iraq 1, Iraq 2, Afghanistan, Kosovo, name it, we had people there. Some of us probably old enough to remember actually seeing it on TV. Now, over the past 10 years in Afghanistan, 8 years in Iraq, we've seen countless reports from the front lines. Always you see soldiers, Marines, airmen, it don't matter, service members in general, either kicking in a door or going in to get somebody. They're in the middle of a firefight, shooting building to building. They're on the street rolling up and down in their Humvees or their MRAPs, which are large Humvees basically, patrolling the streets. They also show somewhat about the political situation in Iraq more so than Afghanistan. Rarely do they ever show anything that has to do with what actually is going on over there. We are trying to rebuild both their countries. That's what we've been trying to do for the last, well, Iraq, I guess, for 20 years now. But Afghanistan, definitely for the last 10 years. We blew it up, we're going to rebuild it. They never show us rebuilding anything. Most of our guys overseas are either staying on a post or they're venturing out, repairing roads, trying to repay civilians for any damages we may have caused to their livelihood, their house, even their lost relatives if we can. Some people think that's kind of crazy that we're going to pay $5,000 for a goat, but that's our way of trying to keep the peace over there as much as possible. The media never shows any of this. They never show what a soldier's life is actually like over there. They never show what a post actually looks like or what a main post looks like. If they go in and do a report at a post, you see one like in the movie Restrepo, where it's basically a bunch of sandbags and guys standing there guarding the front. For the most part, that's not how it is. Obviously there is that going on, but for the most part, no. Media also wants to show all the people who are attacking us. They never show us all the people over there who are truly trying to make their country a better place for them to live. I mean, every day you hear about a suicide attacker. You see a picture of a guy that was captured. Now, there's millions of people who live in Iraq and Afghanistan. There's thousands that are against us. I know it sounds kind of strange, but every day we make new friends. In Iraq, I had the privilege of being at Kabadr. We had to rebuild roads, and we contracted out several tons of gravel to be brought in by a local Iraqi quarry. Never met a nicer set of people in my life. The only thing is, you did want to take the gifts they were offering us. I mean, you don't necessarily want to take a cell phone from somebody that's not even supposed to have a cell phone. Nicest people in the world, all they wanted to do is make themselves $1 so that they could feed their family and improve their life by improving their country by helping us. Never made it to any newspaper. Only newspaper it ever made it to was my company newsletter that got sent out to basically half the soldiers' families. That's all it ever got reported. My unit also went through Route Tampa, and about 20-mile stretch of it, we cleared all the trash, all the debris, everything off the side of the roads, made ditches, upgraded the whole road system for about 20 miles outside of Kabadr. Whereas, like I was saying, the media has no clue that this ever happened. They don't care. It doesn't make news. I mean, would you want to watch it to where today a 5-yard scoop loader, goes over there and scooped up a bunch of trash, deposited in a dump truck and hauled it off and carried it off. Would that make your day? I mean, would you really want to see this? It's not interesting. It's just basic grunt work. Well, truly, there are many things the media can't cover. There's no way that they could be out there side by side with us taking pictures of us while we're doing it. It's not safe, and it doesn't allow for operational security. I mean, if they're out there taking pictures of us, obviously it's on the news. They've got news too. They can just look it up. They also got the internet too. So anything that's posted through our media, they have access to. They can read it just as well as we can. I mean, they knew when we got Osama bin Laden, probably the same time we did, if not earlier. Their media might have picked it up on it sooner than our media was allowed to say anything. So, operational security, that's why the media only gets half of it. I'm not trying to say the media is bad or there something is wrong with how they portray it. There's just a lot of differences. Whereas the life on the post, there's several amenities for every soldier over there. You think it's hot, you work all day, you go to bed. It's not necessarily true. The post I was on, they had 3 gyms. There was a recreational facility which had everything from a pool table, ping pong table, to Xboxes, big screen TVs, 20 computers and 20 telephones, so you could use for free to call home or get in touch with home. I was on a fairly large post for the most part. It had quite a few amenities. There's smaller ones that have fewer, like Cobb Adder has a PX the size of a transfer truck compartment. That's it. That is all you can buy from. It gets stocked once a week, so you get there quick. There's also larger posts like JBB, which is Joint Base Balad. There's 2 swimming pools, a bowling alley, and a movie theater. Not to mention countless other restaurants ranging from Pizza Hut to Taco Bell, KFC. They've got it made in JBB. But that's where also all the high command is, so you know they got all the good stuff. Now, as for the rest of it, the media, they do a good job of covering what actually happens, the important parts of what goes on over there. The thing is, everyone needs to realize that there's more to a war than what's being shown on TV. Everyone there has a different experience. Everyone changes because of it. It's not always bad. It's not always good. I mean, obviously, we hear about the PTSD every day. I mean, it's a big thing now, whereas in the 70s, you were shunned if you had PTSD. Whereas some people change, like I grew a lot overseas. I mean, when I started, I was 24 years old. Now I'm 26, but I feel like I'm closer to 30 because of it. I just matured a lot as a person. You see what really is important to everybody. I think that's it.